join if you want.
I'd love to.
Pick Central today brought to you by Thursday, December 5th. Brought to you by Game Time. Marty's actually going to tell you about Game Time.
Game time. Before we even do it, Rico's going next week to
Jimmy V.
Right? Are you using Game Time?
Yep, 100%.
Of course you are. And I think we're both going to be going to the Duke Illinois game in February that I already checked that it's like you can get in for like $45.
Ooh. But you should do that now because both teams are rising.
Yes, because Duke's is a hot ticket.
Duke's good. It's real good.
They're real good. We beat the number 2 team in the country yesterday. So football season is here. We can't wait to get out to some games this fall. I help at Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. I should use it. I've only been to one football game in my entire life. One
NFL?
One NFL.
No college?
Nope.
I
went to one college with Ev for an ad deal back in the day.
I've never been to a college football game ever.
And I heard that's what you should be going to.
Yeah.
Because that's just like more like tailgating. But like I've heard like Steelers games are really fun to go to. Packers games. So
I'd love to see Lambeau Field. That'd be incredible.
I don't have the skin to stand outside for 4 hours.
I get cold.
That's not 4 hours.
Maybe go in September or October. When it's
early. You know how much we have Game Time now with the brand new Game Time Picks feature there, making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks, get some setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deal near you. What I'm waiting for, I'm going to buy those Duke tickets now with your Game Time Picks. I actually am going to buy them this weekend. Download the Game Time app today and use code PICKS to easily score great deals with new Game Time Picks. What time is it? Game time.
All right, it's Thursday, so we welcome in Brad Powers. Electric hat, Brad, the creamsicle.
Love that.
Oh, you're on mute.
Him. Got him? Or is he muted?
I trust Brad more than...
Yes.
That wasn't a slight to our guy.
Well, that is a slight to our guys. That is absolutely a slight to our guys. How is that not a slight to our guys?
Definitely a slight to our guys.
Didn't come from it didn't mean it like that.
Oh,
But Brad does 47 hits a day, you know?
I know, but it's still
I would doubt he has his mic. Yeah, he somehow has his mic. Is his mic muted?
Phil just walked out.
Yes, he knows.
Us.
And Meek's walking
Meek's
out.
panicking.
Meek just walked out of the room.
Also, when we have a problem, our guys don't say anything.
Oh, no clarity.
Because you're just shitting on us.
No, I'm not.
I had you back.
I'm not shitting on you.
You did shit on him.
That's not shitting on him. We can't bust balls on the show anymore?
I think it's stressful.
Shit
when
on
you're
me.
going through it, it's
You
stressful.
shit on me every show. Every show we get shit on.
On you, Mush. Hollywood Mush, I call him.
Hold on, it's unmuted. It's unmuted. Everything is like from what I understand. Everything else is above my pay grade.
He's still muted.
Maybe if he leaves and comes back in, sometimes that works.
He's so upset. Rightfully so.
I like that hat though.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I don't know if he heard it, but we're double picture in picture.
Look at that.
Let's try that
in stereo.
again. Yeah, I mean we're gonna go into the college football discussion.
His mic was working. It was the internal was working. The external wasn't. I don't know why. Like his microphone was working. I don't know.
It could have been a connection issue. Honestly, like.
And a lot of stuff was happening this week, like moving parts.
Yeah.
With Zoom, so I don't know.
I blame Mook can't sleep.
Really?
They were in here. The mics are broken.
No, that was. I think they said that might have been a fishbowl.
The only.
I heard the fishbowl was to blame for the mic being broken. But the mic was broken before fishbowl was a show, so I don't think that's fair.
All right, let's do.
Why?
While we're waiting for Brad.
I blame the screws being stripped.
I think you just blamed fishbowl.
No, I said that's where the blame was placed. I chose not to use that blame. That's what I heard. Maybe he could do sign language.
He's just shaking his head. He's like, I gave up 3 hits for this fucking show.
Just fancy hat on.
He's pissed.
He's pissed.
And it's championship weekend too.
Big one.
Yeah.
Try. I
mean, just leave it up, but
I don't know.
Nope. All right. You want me to call him on the cell phone? Would that work?
Let's do that old school.
Yeah, call.
Yeah, 1998. Let's go.
Would that work?
Yeah, of course it all works.
Just do a quick. We'll unfortunately not gonna get his whole thing. We can't do the whole thing on the phone.
Why not?
That?
Why not? Stopping us.
yeah, just mute the Zoom audio.
All right, let's do Thursday Night Football. Maybe we get Brad for the second half. But we'll rehash.
I have a couple things I want to ask you guys.
All right, sure.
A couple things. MVP. I know we fuck with Meek, and because he's so wrong, and we should fuck with him. But the MVP thing's getting out of hand. On my Twitter, because I quote tweeted Richard Sherman because he was like looking at the stats. He's like, just by the numbers, just by the numbers. It's not just by the. Do you agree? I think you're a numbers MVP guy, right?
No, not necessarily. I try. I know you'd like to label me as a stat boy all the time.
What's going on today? That was a genuine question.
And
that was not a slight.
Check. Big
Big
star, and sometimes you just get tired of the big star stomping on the little people.
They're checking mics, and it's crazy.
You're stomping on us little people. We're just we're doing the best we can, Marty.
You hear that?
It's a wild noise.
Yeah, that is a wild.
Kind of like it.
Brad's like, I don't see anything wrong on my end, which is probably true.
All right,
but it happens.
What my point is this: he's doing. Rich Sherman was like, I'm just doing by the numbers. Mm-hmm. If you switch, like this is what I think. If you have Jalen, fucking Josh Allen on the Bills, right? Like what he's doing with his team, Saquon Barkley has it a lot. Like his team's a lot better.
What is your argument?
My argument is that.
No, I'm just trying to get to the crux of it. I didn't follow.
Saquon shouldn't because he's saying Saquon by the numbers is way better, having a way better season than Josh Allen.
I guess it depends what numbers you value.
Yeah, but the numbers you value usually are wins. Obviously, is one. They're both the same. But in my opinion, you take Josh Allen off that team, they are not 10-2.
But if you do that argument, then only a quarterback will ever win MVP.
No, but if you take
entirely fair.
No, but I think if you take, no, I actually don't agree because if you take that
something's really loud.
Brad.
Hey, we got Brad, I think.
You got me?
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. We'll get back to the MVP conversation.
It was thrilling. I hope we get right back to it. That was a good one.
Listen, they pulled some magic back there.
Piece of shit.
They pulled some magic back there. All right, championship weekend. You were kind of sniffing this out 2 weeks ago. You're like, they're going to get Alabama in this thing. The Alabama bias is crazy. They're already. I get how they're ahead of Miami, but explain to me what happens when if SMU loses, they're already laying the groundwork that Alabama's going to get in over SMU. Who do you think gets in?
Alabama gets in.
Yeah,
So,
it's so biased to me. We talked about it a bunch. Georgia can't get penalized. I was floating it the other day. Like, Georgia's going to have 3 losses.
He's been floating this for a long time.
Not win their conference, and I kind of have a fundamental problem with that. Are they one of the best 12 teams? 100%. But they're saying you can't penalize Georgia for this SEC championship game. But you are penalizing SMU. And granted, SMU plays in a worse conference, but it's apples and oranges the way they're penalizing or not penalizing championship games.
We've given you the answer 10 times. The schedule Georgia has played is one of the hardest there is. SMU has played dog shit.
It's still very difficult that they choose when and where they want to play.
Am I wrong, Brad? Like, isn't that just the answer?
didn't Georgia almost lose to an ACC team on their home field?
They won.
They made all the times.
I guess. Yeah, the only time they led, they didn't lead a single minute, a single second of regulation, but they won, I guess. They're going to do – look, do you know how much money they paid not only to get the playoffs but the SEC deal? I mean, not millions, So they're going to protect their brands. It is what it is. Do I think Alabama's a top 12 team in my power rankings? Absolutely. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Yep. Do they deserve to make the playoffs? No.
Right.
You can't get the second last game of the season, get crushed by a mediocre Oklahoma team by 3 touchdowns. Can't lose to Vanderbilt. Come on, get out of here.
And they'll win like they'll get to like the Final Four or something, and they'll be
justified.
Like, look, this is why they deserve to be in, and it's like that. But you're so right. It's the money.
So who's getting fucked then? Who?
SMU.
SMU will get
okay.
SMU, because really, how many SMU fans are there? How many people are you really going to upset by
14.
leaving SMU out?
14
now,
to 15.
I guess there'll be a debate if it's like, say SMU loses on the last play of the game. Then there'll be a debate. But if they go out and lose 7 to 10 points or more, they're out.
Right.
And if they win, Clemson's obviously out, and then Alabama's still in, right?
Yeah, Alabama. So it really just comes down to the SMU Clemson game. As far as Alabama in or out, I think they're in regardless. So there's not much drama other than the seeding. Now, the drama, I think the real drama outside the Alabama discussion is who gets the 5 seed, because the playoff format's already broken. Whoever gets the 5 seed is likely going to be a double-digit favorite in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. So, I mean, they're ideally getting the dream at least pathway to the Final Four. So, right now it's Penn State. If Penn State were to win, it'd probably be Oregon. And then what if Texas loses to Georgia? I mean, Notre Dame could still probably be in the mix there. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Yeah, I need the bracket. People are asking me for futures. Let's see the bracket.
I need a bracket.
That's what I was gonna. Well, I was gonna ask, what's the biggest shakeup in seeding? There's not much to be shaken up. Well, let me ask you this though. Maybe I'm not understanding it correctly. If UNLV beats Boise, UNLV gets the 4.
Nah, they won't get the 4. I think it'll go to the Big 12 team then.
So Arizona State is potentially rooting for UNLV, and Arizona State or Iowa State could somehow slide into a 4 if UNLV wins. That's crazy too.
That's exactly what. Yeah, I mean the ACC get the 3, the Big 12 get the 4, UNLV get the 12 seed.
When it first came. We've touched on this a million times. When it first came out, I was very much good. The 4 conferences deserve the top 4 seeds. Hand up, dead wrong.
Yeah,
I was dead wrong on that. The way this is shaking out.
I think everyone's very excited. I think there's a lot of imperfections now that we're all seeing. That we're all like, oh, this is great for this year. There's not a lot. Then we're like, well, this person doesn't get. We're doing the same exact thing with just more teams that more people don't care about.
Yeah, I don't think the 4 teams should get the bye. You think that's going to be a hard change?
It shouldn't be, but college football hates change. But we're in an era where everything's changing. So I'd change it for next year, to be honest with you. It's okay. The Big 12 champ deserves a playoff spot. Right. They don't deserve an automatic top 4 seed. Same with the ACC. None of them do. I mean, say the SEC champ has 3 losses. Do they automatically get a 2 seed? Or no, they automatically get a bid. But let's just see the teams, the best teams get the top seeds.
Right.
Miami's definitely out, right?
Yeah, they're definitely out.
Yeah.
They don't have enough.
I know they're not too happy about that, but I'm not going to shed any tears over Miami. I mean, I actually think they're fortunate to go 10-2 this season. They easily, forget coming down to a play or two. It came down to a referee call or two. You talk about the end result in the Virginia Tech game, the Cal game, not calling targeting. I mean, they're parading around like a 10-2 team should be an 8-4 team. So
Miami's out. Ole Miss is out.
Ole Miss is out.
And they're dead. There's no path,
Alabama
right?
in or out.
The team that everyone's
SMU
talking
in or out. That's the only discussion.
The team that everyone's talking about is South Carolina.
Yes.
Is that they think that they should be in, right, over Alabama? But didn't Bama beat them? Am I wrong about that?
Beat them by 2.
It was close.
But it's the game's got
South Carolina's a top 12 team in a power rating, but you lost 3 games. I mean, we're arguing about 3 lost teams.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not that old. I mean, I'm old, but not that old. It used to be 1 loss, you're out. Now we're arguing about 3 lost teams. They should be in the championship.
Team last year had 0 losses and didn't get in.
Yeah. It's funny how it's changed.
It's crazy.
Do you think any of sorry, Rico. Do you think any of truly has any shot of not like the power teams? Like, do you think of Boise? Do you think in Arizona State, or even like I don't know if there's any other teams besides them that could have like Cinderella story type, or no?
Nah, I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I really don't. I think they're going to get let the market tell you. They're going to be a double-digit underdog, even off the bye. Whoever wins that, the game. The 5-12 matchup is going to be at least a 2-touchdown spread.
Yeah.
And then the 4-5 matchup again is going to be at least more than a touchdown.
It's crazy. The number 1 seed is going to have a fucking brutal.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to play the winner of Ohio State, Tennessee. 2 legit teams.
Crazy.
It's nuts. That's why you should get you should really seed them 1-12.
Yes.
You get a better break on certain things. Like Boise wouldn't be a 4, so that moves. Maybe those guys fall down. You only
Boise
get one of them.
4 is nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. But are there any? Have you figured out a market, or is there anywhere that you have an advantage? Maybe if it's a conference championship game, their money line is plus 130 or 150, but you see an advantage of just to bet them to make the playoff.
Oh, that's a good question. Probably, I think you're getting a better payoff if you're betting. If you want to bet the Alabama no, you'd rather bet the Alabama no than Clemson money line, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that's what there's stuff like that you look at that I know we don't. That he's better off.
I'll
doing
tell you.
this.
I mean, I know it's hindsight, but I mean, I do a couple Monday morning shows, and at that time, Alabama was like even money, some places plus money. And I said, this is wrong. Alabama's getting in. And market
Yeah.
has them a monster favorite. That was my favorite bet of the week.
Yeah, always react to it early. You're on top of that stuff. All right, we got a loaded. It's good because we can go through an entire card with you for the first time. I know you have an opinion on each game. Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State -5. Total is 57.5. What's the big advantage in this game? Which side are you looking for? And if these two, to be honest, Conference USA is kind of floating under the grid for me. These two teams meet. Isn't this a rematch?
Yeah, from last week, Western Kentucky won on a field goal on the last play of the game to get to this game. It's a one-factor handicap. It's real simple. It's Tyler Huff, the quarterback for Jacksonville State. Got hurt, rolled an ankle. He's a mobile quarterback. He's their second leading rusher. If he's not near 100%, I lean Western Kentucky. But the market's telling me that he's going to play, and maybe he's not as banged up as originally anticipated. So I'll agree with the move in the last 24 hours and lean Jacksonville State. I like the matchup. Their rushing offense, one of the top in the country. Western Kentucky's rush defense stinks. And, in the immediate rematch, I like the superior team.
Okay.
Wait, we never asked you about Ryan Day. Do you think he should be gone no matter what? And not no matter what. If they win a national championship.
You can't
That is a good question.
But
should have touched on that.
Not if they don't make a championship, do you think he could be gone?
Good question. It would be ideal for him not to lose that first round playoff game. I'll put it that way. I don't think they have enough money. Believe it or not, I don't think they have enough money to fire him because it's just not Ryan Day. It's all the other assistant coaches. You're talking 40 to 50 millions to buy him out. Then to get an elite coach, you know how much that's going to cost, at least 50 million plus. And then you got to build your roster. I mean, they famously have the $20 million roster. So Ohio State's got a lot of money, but do they have 100 plus million? To get rid of a coach that's won, almost 90% of his games? I don't think so.
Just really got to win that. Literally, one game.
Yeah.
Just got to win that one game, and he can't do it.
If they make it to the final game, I have to imagine they're going to keep him. And like Brad said, and
they're capable. They're capable of winning it all still.
Even the final four gets tough.
That's the tough part. I said it's weird for Ohio State because they're being told they're such shit and they lost and you're down on the mat.
Yeah.
But if you can somehow rally, I've said this the other day. If you can rally this locker room, you beat Tennessee. You're basically playing the Big Ten championship game that you thought you were going to play the week before. 2 weeks later, you're playing Oregon. You were going to play Oregon. Now it's just a playoff game, not a Big Ten championship game. You get that, you go to the Final Four. That's where and then the party starts. Like,
no, you're going to the title game at that point, right? Oh no, you're going to the Final Four.
Going to the Final Four. Against a Boise team or State Penn who you already beat. So look at that bracket.
You know what's crazy too? If you really look at their season, obviously their rival one is the one on the big stage, but they only had that one dud game really. They didn't blow some teams out, but they lost to Oregon at Oregon by 2 when Will Howard slid.
When he slid, yep.
Teams have their dud game came at an awful time.
Right.
Awful time. And I don't think Will Howard could win a national championship. I think how good their roster is, their defense will keep them in games, but I think he fucking sucks. I really do. I always have said it. I think he stinks. And that was a lateral move from McCord to Will Howard. But
I think a slight downgrade.
Yeah. I think you could even give it a downgrade.
Ev's traveling, but Ev was here, and Ev was very upset. He's like, McCord's dancing on our grave. The man threw 5 picks in a game, 5 picks and a half this year. He's like, he should.
We have one game.
I'm just saying what Ev.
I agree. I'm with you.
I'm just saying. He's like, the man threw 3 pick sixes. So he wants a little revisionist history with McCord. But, yeah, I think a lot can be said if Day can get this team off the mat. And I don't know if he will.
And Chip Kelly should throw the ball.
Yeah. You got wide receivers.
Don't go to their 2 best players in the middle of the field.
Yeah, but it's a good. You're right. Ohio State's sitting in a decent position.
Oh, 100. Would you be surprised if Ohio State won? No. You'd be like, yeah, no, they had the best roster. But because there's also not that. You're not like Oregon's so dominant they could beat.
No, I think everybody can be beat.
I think everyone can be beat. So
yeah. Boise -4 against UNLV. UNLV trying to play the spoiler. Total also 57.5. What are we looking at here?
I think UNLV, believe it or not, is the sharper side.
Wow.
I like their current form better than Boise. I haven't liked what I've seen from Boise last month. It's not a great price. It was a little higher earlier in the week, but I lean UNLV. The only hang up, I actually was thinking for a while there, it looked like, Boise's just going to get every call because it's the Mountain West gets in or not. Now it doesn't matter. I mean, the winner's going to the playoffs, so I don't think you'll get as many calls going Boise's way as what I originally anticipated.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about it like that. Because they want,
money for the conference.
They need
now
Boise. Yeah, like they obviously want the Mountain West in there.
And Boise's leaving the conference.
Oh, that's a good point too.
Where is Boise going now?
Pac-12.
Oh, they're putting. I forgot. I lost track. They're putting together this Pac-12.
Pac-4 right now?
Yeah, they're building it up. They're just getting to 12.
Going to be 5 now?
They're getting back.
I still think he should be the Heisman, by the way. That's my opinion.
Oh, I agree with that, too.
I think
if you're going to vote someone in Colorado, it should be Shedeur.
Thank God you're here. I've been saying this, too. He's the best player on that team. Also, you take Genty off that Boise State team, they are not good. You take Hunter, and Travis Hunter's a great player. This is not a slight against him. This is for the Heisman, so obviously he's very good. They're still, I think, about the same record because Shedeur is
maybe lose one more game. That's it.
Yeah, maybe one. I can't understand. We're talking about him breaking records in rushing when we haven't seen this in so long, and we're just like, and he's like not even close to winning it right now.
Everybody in the stadium knows he's getting the ball 35 times a game. And they still can't stop him.
And that's what they're shitting on him because he gets too many attempts. It's like, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's harder now that it's coming. And you can't stop him. He's going for 2. If he doesn't get 200 yards, bad game. That's what I know.
That's unfair. It's unfair. It is unfair.
It's crazy that we're just like, yeah, it's definitely Travis Hunter. Makes no sense.
Arizona State -2 host against Iowa State, total 49.5. Side total, what do you like?
Iowa State is the side, I think. The only concern I have is, are they willing to change up their defense? They run a 3-3-5. You got to commit more guys into the box to stop Scadaboo. I think they should because Tyson, the Arizona State outstanding wide receivers, out for this game. That's pretty significant because I don't like the rest of their receiver options. So lean Iowa State for me.
Miami of Ohio -2 against Ohio, total 44. The MAC also, this game should be played on Friday night.
How many you want on Friday night? There's already 3.
Yeah, but Conference USA, move Conference USA out of there.
All right.
MAC belongs on Friday night. They play everything during the week. If anything,
I agree.
MAC should be playing.
How about Thursday night?
How about Wednesday night? They should have played last night. Just let them play early. It's fucking quick.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
What do you like?
I lean Miami, Ohio. I really like what I've seen from them in the last 2 weeks against 2 other MAC contenders, Northern Illinois and BG. I mean, it was almost like a boa constrictor. They just strangled the life out of those 2 teams. And Ohio's a great story this year. I just think you'll get a repeat champ.
SEC, the big one. Texas in the rematch after Georgia beat them. Texas -3, total 49.5. I lean under. I think the defenses show up. What do you like?
Holy cow, you leaning under?
I've been on unders. I've been on unders. I'm leading the Pat Hill standings. I don't know if you pay attention. You selectively don't pay attention to that. I'm 53% on the show, so I'm doing okay. Could be the first knock on wood. It could be the first one in the trophy
if this
case.
was like an old format where the loser would be out, and it would be like all or nothing. We're in the playoffs. We're out of the playoffs. But I don't know how you could get to the over here. I'm just other than a fast track and the game, outside of getting the possibility of a 1 seed, it doesn't mean that much. But Texas's offense should have played. That should have been a 31-0 game last week against A&M, and it just for whatever reason wasn't. I don't like their passing game. The running game's been fine, but their left tackle got hurt in the A&M game. I think we'll see good Georgia here. We've only seen it a few times this season. The Texas game being one. I'll lean Georgia getting the 3 now too.
Okay. Marshall, Louisiana -6, total 56.5.
Yeah, this is my best bet. I mean, it's not the greatest best bet because we're dealing with 9 games compared to 50 some on a regular week, but I like UL Lafayette for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think the market downgraded them too much. They lost their quarterback a couple games ago. Their backup's got a ton of experience. He's been a starter full time in previous seasons. So I think that one was a little bit miscalculation by the market. And Louisiana's covered the 2 games with the Chandler Fields at quarterback. Marshall's head coach, I think this is it for him. He'll be coached somewhere else by Sunday night. So I don't like that distraction. And I think Marshall, generally speaking, is overrated. They are playing in the conference championship game, and they've been outgained in conference action this season. Been outgained on the season, and yet they're sitting here in the conference championship game. Louisiana will lay it here.
Okay. Oregon -3.5 against State Penn, total 50. Talk me out of I love the Ducks. I know it might be square. I love the Ducks. James Franklin in a big spot. Guy hasn't done it. Until I see it, I'm okay putting my money against him doing this.
Yeah, don't lock that bet in yet. I think you're going to see a 3, Rico.
It is right now, actually, Brad.
Okay,
I'm seeing a 3 right now.
All right.
Yeah. Make sure you lay the 3. I agree with you. The Ducks are the side here. I think Penn State's defense is overrated. They've only faced 2 top 50 offenses. USC, who put 400 yards on them, and Ohio State, who, I know they held somewhat Ohio State in check, but obviously Will Howard had a couple turnovers. And I go to the end of that game, 6 minutes left. Ohio State's just stopped Penn State at the goal line, and Ohio State was able, with their banged-up offensive line, to run out the clock. They ran 12 straight running plays and ran out the final 6 minutes against that vaunted Penn State defensive front. I like the Ducks here. I liked what I saw from them quietly last week. That was one of the better performances of the entire season. I got Oregon #1 in my power ratings right now.
I'm going to ask a question without knowing anything behind it. All right, so just hear me out. Is Dylan Gabriel just not like putting up great numbers this year or something? Because usually the #1 team and the quarterback is in the Heisman race, and I feel
at least he's invited. Yeah, I don't know if will he be the 4th guy, but he's a sacrificial lamb.
I haven't heard anything about Dylan Gabriel being in that. Like, is his numbers just like fine?
They're fine. I mean, he's completing like 74% of his passes. I mean, it's not like overwhelming yardage. He had 4 red zone turnovers, most in college football. That hurts.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, he's only got 6 interceptions on the season. No, I'll tell you what it is. The media just decided that Travis Hunter was going to win the Heisman like 3 weeks ago. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Crazy.
He struggled in the Utah game. They blew out. I think it was Utah. And they're just showing like 2 highlights of him, like a deflected pass interception and him running for a touchdown when they're already up 3 touchdowns with like a minute left. And then the very next week, Kansas crushes Colorado, and all I'm seeing is Travis Hunter highlights. I'm like, wait a second, Kansas just killed this team, and I'm just seeing Hunter highlights. So
what's interesting is if that was a quarterback and that team got rocked, that guy falls immediately out of the discussion.
Yes.
I mean, if it was the other way around, Gabriel would have been like, choom, see ya.
I don't think he's not the best wide receiver. He's not the best corner either. He's not. I don't even know.
He's not.
He's not like just because we get infatuated when like Shohei Ohtani's the best at both. You know,
right?
He's like the best. I know I'm not, but that's the only fucking example I can use right now. It's just like, yes, Travis Hunter's really good, but Heisman, just because he's not he's not. If he was the best wide receiver and top 10 quarterback, fine. He's not the best at either.
Is he a top 10 at both?
Yeah, I think he's top 5 at both.
That's pretty fucking good.
I don't think he's top 5 at both.
No way. He's
I don't
not
think
a top
so.
5 wide receiver.
Well, I think cornerback, you can make an argument top 5. I think wide receiver at 20.
Yeah.
But doesn't that have intrinsic value? Doesn't that have you know what I'm
one
saying?
guy's the best at his position, right?
One guy is so valuable at 2.
I hear you, but he's not even the most valuable player on his own team. Take Shedeur off that team, and they probably win 3 games.
Yeah.
Would he be more valuable at wide receiver if he just played wide receiver? Like
that was always the Bo Jackson argument, right?
I think.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think he's that valuable. I mean, if Travis Hunter didn't play this week, I'd downgrade Colorado's power rating like 1 point. If Shedeur didn't play, I'd downgrade it more than a touchdown.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Shedeur is the best, like the most important player to Colorado. But I think that like when you're talking about, he's not Jabril Peppers. He's not playing like 52 snaps, 60 snaps. He's playing like 90 plus snaps.
No, I'm not saying. And then this is also, but like this is not.
That's never been done before.
We're not putting him down. You know, like that's the thing. He is in the Heisman for a reason. But I'm saying, and when you're comparing the two, I still think Genty is the guy.
I think the amount of snaps per game is being very undervalued in his Heisman race.
But I think it's also
he's being overvalued. That's why he's that's all everyone talks about.
He gets beat and no one talks about it. You got Zach Wilson's brother.
I don't give a fuck about Genty.
Yeah, exactly, because he's on Boise State and in Colorado is way more fun.
If you put Genty's numbers on a Power 5 team, he'd win the Heisman.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But that's why it's more. It's like,
would he get those numbers though?
Yes, he did it against.
He don't play nobody, Paul.
He did it against fucking Oregon.
I know.
The number 1 team in the country.
He did do that.
Yeah.
He'd have better players around him.
Yeah, he'd have a better offensive line. He'd have a quarterback. He'd have wide receivers that they have to cover on the outside.
He does it.
That's a good point.
He does it against Georgia. He does it against Georgia. I'm shutting the fuck up.
What about the Big 12? The Big 12's not that good.
I agree.
That's what we're saying.
I'm saying snaps per game.
Zach Wilson's brother's fucking cooking Travis Hunter. That's not good.
That was one play.
One play. There's a ton of plays that you don't
sense.
see. I just think it's more of a conversation than what is he minus 1,200? He's like something like that.
Yeah, I think Travis Hunter deserves to be in the top. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to be in the mix. I just don't think he should be like this monster favorite where he's going to win by one of the biggest margins we've ever seen in Heisman history.
Yes.
That's my argument. I don't think he should be like that.
Yes, that's based. Yes, agree.
All right, the last one, SMU. I'm surprised SMU was the favorite here. SMU -2, total 55.5. What do you
I
like?
think Clemson wins outright. So,
Yeah. What, are you surprised SMU is favored? Like,
No, power rating says that they should be, and just I did that. There was an open book that agreed with you. They released Clemson 3 on Saturday night. I bet SMU at that number because I just figured they close favorite. But everything that the vibes that I get, I just think this is one of Dabo's games where he just he's in his wheelhouse here, getting points. SMU, I mean, all the pressure's on them in the world. I don't think they'll handle it that well. I don't like their offensive line against Clemson's defensive front.
yeah, I think there's a lot of things in gambling we look back and we're like, how did we not see that? Whether it's a team rallies around like a situation or somebody makes it like, of course, these two teams would meet. They have storylines. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah.
that makes sense. I call it a that makes sense bet. Something makes sense about a 12-team playoff in Alabama and Clemson are both in.
Yes,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's
Of
something
course.
about, like, I don't see how this can go, and somehow Clemson fucking withers their way in.
Or Syracuse beating Miami last week.
Yeah, it's all
falls right
lining up.
into it.
It's
Yes.
lining up that, like, all the big boys are at the party. So, we'll see. All right, Brad, no spot next week. You got the one game, Army-Navy. You could text us at best play with that. Which will be difficult. I know you love the troops. I don't know which way it's going to go with that. But we'll get you back.
It depends on Army's game this week.
Oh, I didn't
I
write
think
that.
I'm gonna be on Navy.
Because of New York.
Oh, yeah, I didn't write it down. Army, Tulane. I like Tulane.
Yeah, I like Tulane. Tulane would have been the best bet, but I'm worried their coach might leave. So, but I mean, have you seen what he's done against the option the last 3 games? He's given up 9 points total.
Yeah, he shuts it down.
So yeah, Tulane would be my second favorite play.
Okay. All right. So we'll catch you right before, same thing, before Christmas break. Maybe the 19th Bowls playoff we'll have.
What was the favorite?
What?
What was the favorite?
Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Oh,
Best
I didn't
bet.
know we were
Yeah,
still
Louisiana.
Touch on that. Louisiana, best
All
bet. So we enjoy it, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Sounds good, guys.
Thanks,
Take
Brad.
care.
Thanks, Brad.
Aaron through us. All right, let me tell you about our friends at Omaha Steaks. Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection in every single bite, and right now you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, plus score an extra $30 off with promo code PICKS. With 5 generations of experience, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience, and the gifting experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet favorites. From legendary steaks to mouthwatering desserts and more, save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 off with promo code PICKS. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $30 off with promo code PICKS. Minimum purchases may apply. Unbelievable deal. We've touched on Omaha Steaks a million
Omaha
times. It's
Steaks.
the best.
I think I'm glad that was my second point. The Heisman, it's very different this year. Where it's like, what year can you name a number 1 team with also a big name? Like Dylan Gabriel is a big name, not being mentioned. Travis Hunt. It's people
I
get
feel like all season Oregon's gone under the radar.
yes for being the number 1 team, 100%.
I think because they're beatable, nobody's like truly.
And Clemmer bet them to win it all.
I did. In my fate, yeah.
As did I.
A nice little future.
Back to my MVP.
Yeah.
Oh,
take your
great.
MVP.
Oh, good. I was waiting for this.
I'm just saying. I because everyone just does this thing where they compare the stats this year to Lamar and Josh Allen, and then Lamar's beating him in a lot of them. But it's like the talent, and then you say the talent on the Bills. It's like, well, Josh Allen's making them way better this year, and he's also, I think, taking a step back of like not forcing things and being a little bit more of a game manager. Not game manager, but he's so talented, but like he's not forcing interceptions. He's at 6 interceptions this year. He's got more rushing touchdowns than Lamar. Like he's just, I think he's the clear MVP, and people are now like saying it's no way.
The Bills are also 10-2. The Ravens are 8-5. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah, and I think the Ravens.
I know this is like. I kind of like seeing different guys get it. I know it's kind of shitty. I know like Jordan should have won more. I
Do you
understand
think
all
Lamar
that.
deserves it right now?
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think he does either.
You can make a case.
I think Allen's playing unbelievable, and Allen's probably going to win. I think I'm voting for Saquon, just the numbers he's putting up.
He's not in the argument.
He's not in the discussion.
By the way, I think I might bet on Saquon to win it.
No,
if he
you
breaks the
could.
rushing record,
Do it.
if he breaks the rushing record, how do you not give it to him?
Yeah,
he's
but
not a
also like,
quarterback.
what if Josh Allen?
What's the best thing Josh Allen is like stat wise? What's the best thing he's done?
The team win a lot.
I
It's
agree,
like-
but that
also, I
if
think
you
it's his
break
QBR.
the fucking NFL rushing record, which has been like hasn't been broken or
Cool.
touched.
Cooper Kupp was close to breaking the record for receiving
But he
yards 2
didn't do
years
it, though.
ago.
He didn't.
He's-
Congrats on
Dude's
getting
saying
close.
if
If
he
he
breaks
breaks
it,
it, thank you, Conrad.
which matters a lot.
All right, let me ask you this: if the Eagles somehow steal the 1 seed, doesn't that help
Oh,
Saquon?
dude, how funny would that be
What
for
if
you
Josh
fucking
Allen
loser
steals the 1
ass?
seed from the Chiefs?
What's
I'm
that?
telling you
yeah,
that
he's saying if Allen steals
No, he's
the 1
right,
seed
and
from the
the
Chiefs.
game-
That's a good point. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
fair.
his QBR is 74.5.
And yeah, his stats aren't good
insane.
because guess what? They're winning by a bunch every single game, and they don't have to pass a bunch in the fourth quarter.
No, but Dukes makes a very valid point. If Saquon breaks the rushing record, that matters a lot. That's a big record. That's
No,
important.
it doesn't. He's not in the conversation.
he's not in the conversation.
And he's doing it also, not only is he breaking the record, he's doing it on a winning team.
Wow,
Like that
a
ma-
winning team that won last year. You know, they were 10-2 last year at this point without Saquon Barkley. They're 10-2 this year,
And he's their
with
best player.
him. So it just shows, still goes to show you how
Oh, no,
valuable
Phil,
that
my
is.
point
That's
is
such,
he's not
that's such
doing it.
fucking revisionist history
But
bullshit.
they were 10-2
Everybody-
last year with him, without him.
Do me a favor, shut the fuck up. Because everybody was saying how down they are in the Eagles this entire fucking year
Yep.
going into it, and how they're the fraud watch of the team, how Jalen Hurts wasn't a top 5 quarterback. Fine, you could still believe Jalen Hurts isn't a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, he's
but it's
not.
not.
It's pretty close.
He's a winning quarterback.
Yep.
But the Eagles are a totally different team with Saquon.
Absolutely. And not only that, Phil, my point about a winning team, by the way, Phil, is that they're not like a 7-10 team. I'm saying that he's breaking the record on a team that's very competitive. That's my point.
They
And
were
that
very-
matters a lot. No, but Phil, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I am listening.
You're not. You're so stuck in this thing where you just don't want Saquon to get it
He
because he
must
used to
have been-
play on the Giants.
And he must have been. I think wasn't. Congrats, Phil, on pulling up this stat. Everybody
Yeah, it
was.
shows
It's
that
the
their
same thing as
infrastructure.
it's the same thing as McCaffrey going to the 49ers, and everyone's like, "Wow, a really good running back goes to a really good offensive line, and they're one of the best running backs you've ever
And he's
seen in the
dominant?
season." Holy shit! What a fucking shocker! So congrats on pulling up a bullshit stat from some.
How is it a bullshit stat? It just shows you what a
I'm
value
just,
of
I'm
running
just
back.
saying that
Phil,
like
do you
it's
think-
a good,
do you
it's
think
a great
voters
running
care
back
about
going to a
that?
really good fucking offensive line. No fucking shit, Phil.
They
No
do have the
MVP
best-
voter cares
Yeah.
about what you're
They
pulling
do
up,
have the
Phil.
best offensive line.
Right, no, but
They
that's
should
my point.
care.
So when the 49ers got McCaffrey, we were all saying he was legitimately in the MVP race for a certain time.
But
period of time.
the thing is with my MVP, what I say about MVP, I actually, and Dukes, you are making good points, and I understand. And let me tell you something, Dukes. Saquon's in the conversation.
No, and that's the thing.
and I
is
know that's what's frustrating.
Of course
you.
he is.
I'm with you. Josh Allen is.
what I'm saying this year is like truly.
You're saying Josh Allen, no doubt?
I think Josh Allen's the MVP.
Yeah.
I
think he's
the
going to
only-
win it.
the only-
He's just more mad about.
No,
The only way that I firmly believe that Josh Allen loses it is if Saquon does something historical.
Breaks the record.
It's
What
not-
about extra game though?
No, that matters, Marty, for
that
sure.
matter- that
But
matters,
But Marty,
but-
don't you think, though, if he does break the record, though, now all of a sudden it
You're-
does get closer.
Closer.
It
For
gets closer.
sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
And-
I still don't know if he wins.
Maybe not. And
You're
maybe
look-
the extra game argument is
odds to
valid.
me in a way that I've looked at it in the past 2 days because I've been thinking about this fucking nonstop because Phil is eating at my fucking mind.
It bothers you every time Josh Allen wins.
No, I like Josh
It
Allen.
must bother you every time the coward runs another yard. huh?
Exactly.
No,
but
I'm
I'm looking at it is if Saquon's
What
plus
do you
two.
say? I'm not fake. Bullshit.
I'm unfazed because I know how the Eagles season's going to end. They win a bunch of games in a regular season, and the season's going to end sometime in January, February, with Max on stream
no
looking
shit.
sad about the Philadelphia sports.
yeah,
team.
We know how this.
Wow.
We know how this.
So
we,
it ends
we
in the
know how this
playoffs or
ends,
the
right?
Super
We know
Bowl.
the end game.
We know how this ends, right?
We know how this ends. Eventually, they
Eagles
lose a
gonna win?
playoff game
Eagles,
or a
Bills,
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl,
game.
The thing
Saquon,
is,
Super
the
Bowl
Bills,
MVP.
this is why Allen's in a really great spot. Allen's in a really great spot because I don't think the Bills can, like, fully stumble. I'm saying
they
they can
can't. They
lose
have
a game,
3 easy
but they will
games.
not fully stumble down the stretch.
They
here.
could
Now,
lose.
it could start if they lose at the Rams and then at the Lions. That's a start of a stumble.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, you could make the case like he may have fell behind them. But
I'm not getting the bye hurts.
then
a
they
little
go
bit.
Pats, Jets, Pats. Like, that's all. It's over.
So let's say they don't get the bye. I think that hurts his.
Bills?
Yeah.
I think that hurts his MVP chances a little bit.
And
I'm not
what if-
saying
And if
it kills
Saquon
him.
vaults them
They
to the
beat
bye,
the
if
Chiefs.
Saquon vaults them to the bye, that helps too.
You know they beat the Chiefs, and also with,
helps a lot.
What I'm saying with the MVP is this: what I haven't been able to get across very well.
No, not at all. Actually,
He's making Curtis Samuel like people being like, oh, he's good. Like, oh, he's making like Amari Cooper hasn't even been like has Amari Cooper's numbers been that great on the Bills?
He's missed some games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he is making what's this? Saquon Barkley faces 4 of the.
I mean, he could go nuclear. He could go
100%.
nuclear down the
Yeah,
stretch.
Or
Steelers
he
are
could
going to
do
be a
nothing.
tough one.
We don't
Oh,
know.
no
God.
shit, Phil. We know that.
He
Why
could
do
be
you-
great. He could do nothing. He could be average. We don't know.
Anything
We're
can
talking
happen,
about
Phil.
what could happen.
So tell us something we don't know.
He's
We
gonna
know
get
that
it.
anything can
Juan
happen.
Soto
Tell
was-
us something we don't know.
Juan Soto's a Red Sox.
But do you guys agree with me though, where like Josh Allen is making is the reason why the Bills are winning, and it's not Saquon's fault for the team he's on. That his team is just wildly talented around him. Like he has, like AJ Brown's is a top 4
You
receiver.
could say
in the-
AJ Brown's more valuable at offense than Saquon.
Fair, that's what I'm saying. Like they,
So
and
then
then
why are we having an MVP debate if I just said that?
I don't think you know how MVPs work, Phil.
your
Is it-
side,
does it
and
go
you're
to the most
making me
valuable
you're
player?
making me want to bet.
Not always, Phil.
Hedge.
Well, shouldn't it
You're
go to
making
the most
me-
valuable
That's
player?
not
It's
the
called most
discussion,
valuable
though. That's
player.
not the
Saquon-
discussion.
what are we- Saquon and Duke.
Are we discussing offensive player of the year? Or are we discussing most valuable player?
Well, we're discussion. We're
If we're discussing
MVP.
MVP, it goes to the best
MVP.
quarterback. And the best quarterback this year has been Josh Allen.
But it doesn't always go, and there is an argument to be had for Saquon. That's all we're
I don't
saying.
even like the running back position, but you're looking at it like, oh, it's the best running back this year. That doesn't fucking matter. He's been running. He has the best running back season, maybe in
Ever.
You know what hurts him? The tush push. That's 6 touchdowns he would have
It
had.
is a lot of
You know what
I'm
hurts
kidding.
Josh Allen?
That's
Winning
not-
every
you're not
game
kidding,
and not
Marty.
passing in the
That's a
fourth
really good
quarter.
point.
That's
six more
not hurting
touchdowns.
Josh Allen. Nobody's denying Josh Allen's greatness. I don't think Josh Allen's going to win. Josh Allen's not going to win the MVP, in my opinion, based on this year.
I mean,
It's going to be
before the year, I kept hearing the Bills window
agree
is
with
shut.
that,
They
though.
lost
I
the fun
agree with
digs.
that.
What was
the
I
New
gonna say,
York
Marty?
Jets are the favorites to win the division. Here come the Jets.
I agree that Josh Allen has been MVP caliber for the past like 4
Yes,
years.
it's gonna
but
push him-
Lamar
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
so
That's-
it puts him in the next conversation.
Now that he's winning and he hasn't-
Lamar's 8-5. It's a year you don't have to give it to Lamar. Mahomes is down. It's Josh Allen's turn.
It's not. Yeah, exactly. It's not Josh Allen's best season, in my opinion. This is Josh Allen's time.
It's the most impressive to
I
me.
don't know. Yeah,
think.
most. Yeah, it's
See,
most
because
impressive.
if you're doing it based off of, in my opinion, like quarterback stats and everything, I think there's probably
Yes.
like.
but he also had
Lamar.
better weapens before, though.
Yo, my
No,
opinion, I thought he should have won
we're on the
last
same
year.
page.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
saying
we
that
all
like
are,
it's
besides
not
one
his
guy.
best season,
Yeah.
but it's like he's winning and he's like.
You know what's frustrating? I think we all agree Josh Allen should be the favorite for MVP, right?
He is the favorite.
But you know what's frustrating is that you
Yes.
can make a case easily for Saquon. You can make a case.
Oh,
I think
whoa, Clemmer, we have some breaking news.
I swear to
This
God,
is
if it's not
actually-
good-
if it's not good, we're kicking him off the show.
Yeah,
for
I
the
think
rest of the day.
we I think we have to today.
Jeff Passing gave it a breaking.
If it's not good,
All right,
I-
let's
It's
hear
a
what it is.
middle reliever signing with the White Sox.
see you, Phil.
Yeah, you gotta go, Phil.
You gotta go.
This is
Come
huge.
on.
You
that
gotta
matters
go.
to me.
You gotta
You broke
go.
up a
You gotta go.
but it's-
You gotta go.
Come on.
conversation. You gotta go.
The
You guys had
Oakland-
three-
You work hard on the
Come
show.
on.
You gotta go.
Is that
gotta
3 years,
go, Phil.
67?
The Oakland A's spending $67
Who
million in
cares?
free agency
I
isn't a
do.
breaking.
I do. He won me over on the baseball thing.
That's like me. That's
He
like
knows
me
how to
going
get
This has
in
gotta
the
be a
middle of that
panel.
conversation. That is literally the same as me asking, "Hey, did you guys see Belmont's buzzer beater against Illinois
Yeah.
State last night?"
Fair.
Yeah,
Very
no,
fair.
I
Exactly the
totally
same.
agree.
Very
When he
fair.
makes
You
money
would be
for
like,
fucking
"Yo,
college
you
basketball.
crack?" You're
Yeah.
like, "Are you cracked out right now?"
That was bad, Phil.
Do you remember when he was
interrupted me and I
asking you
don't
why
even
you were
care.
watching McNeese State versus
Yes,
like
trolling
Alabama?
me. I'm on Bosco's side.
Clemmer's on my side.
I am.
Because Clemmer's a fucking baseball freak, of
Maniac.
course.
That's like us talking about OnlyFans and being like, you're on our side.
Maniac. All right.
Sorry, let me just finish
That was a low blow. I
let
was
me
going to
just
say
finish.
Livy Dunn, but OnlyFans.
derails it.
Let me just finish my point real quick.
It really does.
So you know what's going to happen? So we all agree that Josh Allen should be the favorite to MVP. We all also agree that, except for Phil.
I'd still vote for Saquon.
No, but we also agree there is a Saquon should be in the argument, and we think Lamar should be in the argument. But Josh Allen's a clear favorite. Josh Allen's going to win the MVP, right? And then Phil's going to come in here and do he's going to think he's won, and he's the winner of this, but he's not.
I'm the winner.
That's the frustrating part.
I'm the winner of $1,000 if he wins.
So Phil, when Josh Allen does win the MVP, you can't run around here and celebrate.
I can.
Marty
If
can.
he wins the Super Bowl, I will, because I have a ticket on
I
him.
also
All right, I like that. I agree with
I
that,
might
Phil.
take something so fucking juicy, which is
Yeah, the exact.
Saquon to win Super Bowl MVP first week of the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills.
That'd be
I want to do an
amazing.
exacta.
That'd be amazing. We'll have like our own because we're not like that'd be a great stream for just like our Pick Central freaks.
No, we would, dude.
You actually know what we talked about today? We talked about just doing a. Notice the laughter on the panel. Notice the laughter. We are not serious, but it would be funny. Dukes.
We might still be serious doing it.
Oh, I think we might do it.
Yes.
Pick Central live show. Applebee's.
Applebee's.
I would do it.
We did a live show for a.
The control room's probably listening to this. Being
We
like,
did
those
a live show.
motherfuckers.
We did a live show for a much smaller podcast, and we got a great crowd, over 100.
Yeah, we did.
Wow, let's dial that back. But that, I'm sure you did.
It would have to be on a
I don't want to
Saturday.
set those expectations.
Oh no, we're at 14 to over under would be 11,
Dozen? You doesn't? Yeah.
maybe
I don't
6.
think so.
Maybe 6.
I'm actually thinking. I think I would put the over/under at 30.
No, we're not counting.
Oh, whoa!
It depends. When are we doing it? If it was a Saturday at 11 and you're previewing the board at a bar in New York City or even an Applebee's, I think 30 plus.
This doesn't count people that's there for lunch.
Now,
families
if
or
we're
just
doing
regular
if
human
we're doing
beings.
a Friday at 12 o'clock in the middle of winter, talking fucking Saquon MVP talks,
That's what the
conversation,
show is,
we
though.
are getting 2 people.
Well, that's our show.
You know what? I mostly want to do this just to go home and be like, doing a live show, Rhea.
Oh, yeah.
And like last night, she had 1,600 people at her show
At the Schubert.
at the Schubert in
Boston.
Boston. 1,600.
Which I think is where I saw Hamilton, by the way.
I go home, be, hey, Applebee's Pick Central, be there.
Hello, Times Square. Heard of it?
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. We should just do like schedules with Bosco. We'd have so many good segments.
Oh, my God.
We should do like a 5-hour live show.
Wow, that's-
No, he's like, how long is half off apps? That's how long we start.
How many Cokes do you think Bosco drinks in 5 hours?
5 hours? A lot.
I think
I mean,
15.
Bosco,
You're making
eight.
fun of
Yeah,
you're making
no.
fun of smacky tables.
Clever does.
But you're the one who really loves the
No,
Coke.
Clever does 3 a day.
I'd be bad,
A lot.
too.
I know.
Let's go
Wait,
tonight.
my last thing.
All right.
My last thing.
How about Severino?
Offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Saquon.
Offensive rookie.
Oh.
Offensive rookie
Oh, it's
of the year.
Bowers,
It's Bowers.
without a doubt.
Okay. Once
Bowers,
again, without a doubt, Jalen.
Bo Nix hurt himself a
Depends
little.
how he does. Yeah, Bo Nix playing well
Bo Nix
too.
been playing
Either
great,
of those
but
guys make the playoffs.
I think
I think he could give it to a quarterback, but yeah, you're right.
What
Bow-
Brock Bowers is
maybe
doing
Bowers
is-
is not
it's
as.
just not being talked
just
about
think-
enough because they're 2-10.
It's a shame. So Bowers is awesome. No disrespect to Bowers at all.
Right.
I just think the narrative of a quarterback bringing a team to the playoffs that wasn't there last year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just narrative based. But can we all agree Bowers has been the most impressive?
Rookie, yeah.
It's most
Without a doubt.
under talk because they're 2-10. But let's look at like Brock Bowers last week against the Chiefs.
By the way, with total shithead quarterbacks throwing to him.
Yes.
10
Inept
receptions,
quarterbacks.
140.
Straight up inept.
He's
Inept.
first.
Shouldn't say shithead. They're
He's
probably nice
first in receptions this year. First. Leads the league in receptions.
That's
80
crazy.
84. He's fourth in yards. 884. And he's got 4 touchdowns because they don't score touchdowns.
Do you know who could have drafted him? The Jets.
Jets were going to, right?
I thought we were going to.
Yeah, but who the fuck would have been throwing it to him?
No, who's throwing?
Look at him now.
Aiden O'Connell?
You say it, Aaron Rodgers having a better season than those guys, believe it or not.
Yeah. Good point.
Jets, no, it's not. The Jets suck.
Cynthia
It's a bad
McCormick.
point. The Jets
Jets are a mess. Jets are a
suck.
mess.
It's fucking
Let's talk tonight. Packers and Lions, a big one, an absolute big one on Thursday night.
game.
Big for the
Great
Eagles.
game.
If you're an Eagle fan, big. You're rooting for the Packers here massively to try and sneak this 1 seed. What do you guys think about the game? I just like Sam Laporta to score a touchdown. He's been electric the last 6-7 weeks. I think Sam Laporta finds the end zone. I'm on Sam Laporta.
I like Amon-Ra St. Brown to get a touchdown.
Okay.
It's plus 100. He hasn't gotten a touchdown in the last 2 games, but I think the 7 before that he has.
Line is Detroit -3. Total 51.5 is what I'm saying.
I'm looking something up at the moment.
Yep, that's correct. I'm big on the Lions tonight. It's in Detroit. So you tell me these are, what's the old rule with them is 3 points, right? So you tell me these are neutral field, these be a pick 'em? No way. The Lions are better than the Packers to me.
Lions are banged up though. A lot of injuries. Obviously, they lost Hutchinson.
I mean, it's a fair point. The line's smaller than I thought,
Yeah.
They're also the Lions won at Green Bay last time, 24-14. I don't know. It's a weird. I want to take the Packers tonight. I do
Why?
want to take. I do. I just want to take it. Second time playing them in the division. Everyone's rightfully so high on the Lions. I just think that the Packers can get to them a little bit. I really do.
Lions have now won, 10 games in a row?
Yes.
That's incredible.
But the Packers, think of the Packers though. They're 9-3. No one's talking about the Packers.
They're not.
And they also won games with Malik Willis this year.
The Packers, to their credit, have won, I believe, 8 of the last 9.
I think it's just all obvious. It's a very obvious thing, but I think it just falls on Jordan Love.
7 of the last 8. Excuse me.
I don't think Jordan Love is you don't know which one you're going to get tonight.
Right. That's fair.
It is actually. So it's
Lions, I don't know. Lions at home, I think I lean Lions.
Jordan Love to throw an interception.
home,
I'm not
it's
taking it, but Jordan Love throw an interception is minus 160.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
I know. So I was like, ugh.
He's one time. He's like obviously way better than Jameis, but it's just like sometimes you're like, what the fuck was that, Jordan
Right.
Love? But then sometimes you're like, most of the time you're like, wow, he's fucking amazing. But I can't figure it. I can't. That's my team this year. I can't figure out and get on the right side of is the Packers. So
So that's the case, right? So we don't know exactly what we're going to. The Packers are more inconsistent than the Lions. And I'm getting the Lions at home -3. That, to me, is the push to the Lions.
yeah, I just think that the Packers are going to be able to run tonight. I just think that Jacobs has been really good this year, too. I think he's going to be able to run a lot. But also, like, the Lions have, like, the biggest two-headed monster, so.
The Packers also aren't great against the pass.
Yeah.
How are you guys in the total? I'm staying away from it. I don't know which way to play this.
I'm not playing. I know it's a
51
full
and a half is
week
a
of
big number.
preparation, but 51
I have a
is pretty
feeling
high.
tonight's
I'm
going
not
to be, like, a little ugly.
It's not really a short week.
Because everyone's, like.
No, I'm saying it's not.
Oh, okay. I
Like
misunderstood.
normally you're looking at a short week.
Right.
It's normal rest.
I'm with you.
What did I say? No, yeah, it is.
No,
normal
I might have
rest.
misunderstood you. I'm
It's normal
sorry.
rest. Normal
I think
rest.
it's going to be a little ugly. I really do. I don't know why. I have a weird feeling about it. I don't have much to back it up. I'm going to be honest.
I think Thursdays in
I
general.
just have a.
That's the Marty Bush experience right there.
Because we just saw a game on Monday that was like a fucking insane game of two shitty teams.
Yes.
Well, one shitty team, one like.
But even that started a little
That was a-
slow.
100%. And this is like This is going to be a great game. Everyone's excited for it, and all of a sudden it's fucking. I mean, even the last game it was 24-14 against them.
Right.
They didn't come close to the over.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I could see it being.
It's all. It is different. That's outside, and
Yeah.
that was their first.
No, but it's a good point though. It is still,
Yeah.
not even close.
Not even close.
All right. So what are you locking in for tonight?
So picks tonight. I'm on the Lions -3, and I'm on Omaha St. Brown to throw a touchdown +100.
All right, I got Laporta to score a touchdown. Marty, what do you got?
I got the Packers, and I'm gonna now take the under, and then I'll tweet out some touchdowns.
By the way, I'm in a mad chase right now to finish the season with a positive record because we all determined that if no one finishes a positive record, no one gets a trophy. But if I can finish a positive record, I'm guaranteed the trophy because you guys are so far behind.
dead.
So I think I'm about 5 or 6 units short right now.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get it.
You know what I said?
No, 6 units I've realized is just so hard to get back. So is 70.
Well, yeah. Well, you're in a different situation than I am.
Did you guys see the whole thing about Disney World and Disneyland?
No.
You ever
6 units back.
You ever like don't know which one's which?
No, that's not true. I know one's in California, one's in Florida.
Yes, I'm saying. Thank you for that. I'm saying sometimes which one is called.
I
which?
never forget that. It's only
Really?
2 things.
Florida's
only
always
2
Disney
things to
World.
remember.
Always Disney World.
Florida's Disney World, California's Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Did
I
you know
understand.
why?
No.
Disneyland, L.A., Disney World, ORL.
I don't think that's why. I think that's a coincidence.
No, that is why.
I don't think so.
It is.
I don't think so.
It is, bro.
It probably is, though.
it's a
Disneyland, L.A.,
Yeah.
Disney World, ORL, Orlando.
Yeah. But you
I
don't
don't
think
agree
Maybe.
with you.
you don't think they would have.
I
you
buy
don't-
it.
You can't not agree with me.
I
No,
think
you
I buy
can't.
it.
Things
That's
can,
what it
things
is.
can be a coincidence.
I think I buy it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course
I
you buy it because that's.
Can I tell you where I think it's wrong?
Uh-oh.
I think Disney World was just Disney World, and they put it in Orlando. Wait, which was first?
Disneyland. Disneyland was first.
You didn't even know we were.
Okay, no,
saying
actually, I
it.
disagree with
Disneyland was
myself.
first?
I disagree with myself. I
Really?
think Disneyland.
Duke
Which one's
just
bigger?
argued-
Disney
Duke just
World.
argued with himself.
No, I thought it was Disney World, and they just happened to be in Orlando. And then they're like, "Oh, we should go to L.A." And then
No, they
Disneyland.
went to LA
I was
first.
Like, yeah,
So what would they have
now
called
I actually
Disney
disagree with
World then?
myself, and you're right.
Yeah.
Marty, what would they have called Disney World? Disneyland was first, right? So they probably didn't need the LA. They were just going to call it Disneyland.
Well, I think that they were like. LA.
But what were they going to call Disney World other than Disney World then?
Disney
But
Galaxy.
that's not a fair
There's
fucking.
so many,
That's
but there's
not a
so
fair
many
fucking
different
question.
things you could have called it. It's so easy to say what would they call Disney World because it's been around for so long. It could have been. He just said it.
Disney Galaxy.
Gal-
that was right on the board. They scratched that one off.
Fucking Disney Coaster. I don't know.
I don't know.
Disney Coaster. I like that. That's a good name.
Disney.
You re-
Disneyland.
do you realize-
What about Disneylands?
You already had
Do you guys want
Disneyland.
to talk about your
Lands.
teams?
Yeah, we could touch on that.
That wouldn't be confusing at all. Where do you go?
What do you got tonight?
Disneylands.
I'm tailing 3-point sniper. He's got the over in Xavier TCU.
Okay.
That's a blind tail. I like his picks. I'm taking UC Irvine -16 against Cal State Bakersfield. UC Irvine, sneaky one of the best like mid majors, like one of the most.
I've seen
efficient-
him on lists. Haven't watched them.
Good list team.
Yeah.
Good list team.
Seen him on top 25 mid-major teams. I've seen the list.
North Carolina Central +4
Okay.
and legacy play kind of.
Oh,
Not a real. It's a 1-unit play. I don't love it.
so
It's
not
just
a,
like,
not a legacy play.
it almost is
Far
a
from
legacy.
a legacy play.
It's almost a legacy. It's almost like it's a Disney legacy play. Penn State -1.5 against Purdue.
You're obsessed.
That
with
line
Penn
makes
State,
sense.
though.
It's why State Penn favored. Yeah.
Oh, and that's a system play
Unranked team at home.
Unranked team against the top 10 team.
Yep.
at home.
It won't be a home. It won't be a home atmosphere. Maybe it will, but yeah, I just like that havoc defense that they run. I think their offense is very exciting to watch. Ace Baldwin's one of the best point
I
guards
don't
in the
think
nation.
you're wrong, but you're tied to Penn State in a way.
Yeah.
Because I take Penn State because of you. I hope
I
you know.
That's
love-
the way it's going.
They're
Whenever
so
I lose
fun
over
to
Penn
watch.
State, I lose because of you.
Everyone is slipping up.
They
like
also
it
Penn
makes
State's
sense Purdue's going to lose.
Penn State's the king of keeping it close at the half and then just losing by half a point.
All right. That's a thin margin. Yeah, touch
Well,
on
not
that.
this game. It doesn't matter. And I'd actually say, if I'm looking from it from like a non-biased perspective, I called this game like 4 weeks ago, saying I was going to take Penn State in this game, and
Right.
I think Penn State's going to upset them. But now that I think about it, I think that this might be the worst matchup for them possible. Because if anybody can deal with that havoc
legacy
defense,
games
it's
going
the
out the
veteran guards that they
window.
have, like
Crazy.
Braden Smith, people that can like
Right.
actually like control like havoc and pressure. So
Yeah.
we'll
Real
see how it
quick,
goes.
Luis Severino. He just signed that $67 million deal. That is now the biggest contract in A's history.
That's crazy.
So do you know who? If you know the answer, don't say it.
I don't know.
Do you know who he beat? Any guesses? Eric Chavez over 20 years ago.
Do you think they're gonna like?
That's
does that show you
crazy.
that they're gonna spend a little money now. Like also, why Severino for that much?
I don't know. That's bizarre.
Why? Because he's willing to take it. Like you have to overpay to get a guy to go there.
He
Playing in
hasn't opted out their second
Sacramento.
year, too.
The whole thing is bizarre.
All these opt outs. To
Real quick recapping last night. College was obviously a loaded slate. UConn, by the way, an unbelievable cover to foul with 7 seconds left. Hits the
Crazy.
over and then the cover. Crazy, brutal
it
for
was like,
Baylor.
with
Oh, my
like
God.
a half second rough.
I said 7/10 of a second. I should
Oh, I
have
thought
said
you said
7/10.
7
7/10 of a
Fucking
second.
insane.
Crazy. Hits
Crazy.
the over, and then you think it's dead. They blow it back. Crazy. The guy had to be in perfect position to foul him. Crazy. Bama rolled. It sucks to lose Reitzel, but I don't want to say he's replaceable, but guys can step up and fill his points. Mallett's going to wave his red shirt. He's unbelievable. He shot, I think, 100% from 3 last night. Sears looked like Sears. He was getting to the cup at will. Carolina has a big problem.
Big problem.
Carolina's also. Let me ask you this. I forget. It all runs together. Was Hubert Davis the coach when Carolina went from 1 to unranked and didn't make the tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hubert Davis was the coach. They got a Hubert Davis problem.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I agree. With
All right.
I mean,
Fuck them.
I think they had a Caleb Love problem that year.
Yeah.
I think that's not Hubert.
But now it ain't looking great in Carolina. So
Dude, they were like the #1 seed last year.
that's a good point. They recapped it. That's a good point. Yeah, we
Like,
beat him in the Sweet 16.
Yeah,
I stink.
in a very good game.
But all right, so then
Bad recruiting.
they were a #1 seed, but he will have, let's say they like fall out of the top 25 this year and they're a meddling seed. He will have sandwiched a Sweet 16 run with those 2 disaster seasons.
I don't
So
think
it's
this is
up
gonna
and
end up.
it's a rock and roller coaster with
I don't
this
think
guy.
this will end up a disaster for them. I think that they lost to. I
Well,
mean,
the ACC is weak too. By the way, the SEC, like,
they lost to 2 really good teams.
yeah, the SEC just mollywopped the
Yeah.
SEC.
Yeah, SEC is good.
The Michigan State loss, I think, is like unacceptable, but like
Okay.
it's not like the
Michigan
craziest
State's
loss of
a
all.
bad, not a bad loss, but a
in
bad loss.
overtime. In
Yeah,
overtime.
but it just shows like they've played 4 good
I
teams,
don't think they're very
4
good.
bad teams. No, yeah, I know what you mean.
I think that Rico's saying like I don't think they were like I don't think anyone was going into this year being like North Carolina national championship.
They were ranked,
No, I agree, but they were
ranked
ranked.
a little higher than.
The sky is falling. People
I'm
aren't
sorry.
happy.
Are you going to be the one right now that fucking exclaims every fucking August like the AP top 25 abolish it? Now
I
you're going to
agree.
fucking suck its dick for college
No,
basketball?
I'm just saying they were ranked. They
I
were
know, sorry.
they did have expectations.
sorry to go at you this.
They had
after that.
expectations.
That was a-
I know. Yeah,
The team.
you did.
We'll get to Duke. Duke had an unbelievable game. The team I thought that stood out too. They're like they remind. You know, this team reminds me of Tennessee for the last 4 or 5 years. They don't have like a guy who's going to get. Or like they did have Connect. Tennessee finally had Connect. But how many?
About Tennessee?
I'm talking about Iowa State.
Oh, yeah.
Iowa State just squishes you with a bunch of like they do have. They got guys. What?
Pain in the ass.
What's the kid's name? Gibson.
Keyshawn Gilbert,
Gilbert.
Cayman Lipsey,
Yeah.
Curtis Jones.
They're just some of the parts. And Iowa State, great coach. They're doing well.
Keyshawn Gilbert can get to the rack anytime he wants.
No, Iowa
And
State's a
Curtis
pain in
Jones
the
can
State's
shoot
a
the rock.
problem.
And they're better at all. They're not Tennessee in the way like Iowa State's whole identity for the past couple of years has been like a really good defense and a meh offense, and now they're turning into an offensive juggernaut.
I just think Iowa State's really, really good.
And you know what they have that you'll like in March? veteran backcourt.
Yep. Everybody will like that. Duke with a big win. You could take the floor with that. Cooper Flagg with an unbelievable game.
Oh, Marty.
I mean, Duke.
Auburn was the bad boy on the block, and Duke beat him.
The
After being punched in the mouth, too.
Everyone-
Auburn was up big in that
They
game.
were punched in the mouth. Everyone was talking like, and Dukes was right for the 2 games they lost, but like, everyone's like, oh, these young guards, like the young guys, are going to be able to take over a game when they need to. Cooper Flagg stepped up this time. Tyrese Proctor hitting that 3 off that at that buzzer was unbelievable.
Who's the kid who shot the lights out in the first half?
Dude, he's been benched this entire year for he hasn't played much as Isaiah Evans. It's like he was a 5-star. He just been on the bench. He was 6 of 8 from 3.
Yeah, he
Another
was
freshman?
lights out.
Yes, he's
Lights
so good. And he's the one also Malawak played 15 minutes last night. I don't know what I think the guy from Brown from Syracuse is transfer is just a really good defender, but Duke is so fucking good. But like Auburn is still, I'm terrified of Auburn. They were the good thing that Duke showed yesterday, and tell me if you disagree, the Duke showed that they could be physical with them, and because
Yeah.
Auburn's a very physical team, and
That was one thing I noticed to me is, one, I said Duke's going to have a wake-up call tonight just with the physicality that Auburn has. I think Duke
They
responded.
stepped to it.
I thought Duke stepped up. Did they get the home whistle a little bit? For sure.
Not apologizing. You don't apologize.
No, you don't apologize
that.
for the home
the
whistle.
zebras are always against us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine being on my side. You'd be there always against us.
I think that's just a great win that you needed at home. I think that's going to help the confidence of the freshmen.
Yeah.
I don't apologize for a home win anyways. Will I say that Auburn on a neutral floor, things go down differently? I think so.
I actually
don't think you
it's
should
just
apologize.
I'm definitely not apologizing. Number 2 team in the country. Everyone was sucking their fucking dog out the entire
Right.
time.
No, I think for a freshman,
Sucking each other's dog?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
dick.
Thank you, dude.
Nothing gets by me. I think that it's good for these young freshmen to get a win against a team like Auburn, at home or not. That just builds on confidence.
Yeah, and because Arizona's still a good win, but at Arizona, but they're not as in the top anymore. They stink.
Dude, Caleb Love sucks.
Yeah,
They got a guy that chucks and he can't make it.
Yeah.
If you have a guy that shoots a lot, he should make
You
it.
should make shots. Yeah.
going 2-2 and we lost to number 4 team and number 1 team.
Yeah, you guys are good. Nobody doubts that. You guys'
Nope.
defense is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, defense helps up, but college basketball starting.
Rolling. Yeah. All right. That is Pick Central.
Luis Severino career earnings?
Are you upset that you? Sorry to. Are you upset that you lost him?
No.
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 Okay.
Not at that price. Because so the question's what him or Frankie Montas, but Severino costs so much more, I think, and hopefully we're getting Soto. But yeah, Severino career earnings $130 million.
Good for him.
Isn't that crazy?
Unreal.
Good for him.
And he's going to be a free agent at 33.
All right. That's Pick Central. Yaks rocking now. We'll catch you tomorrow for a Football Friday.